Do you believe? In today's rising sound. There is actually a meatball shop in Fengshan, Kaohsiung. From the opening in 1976 to the present, no price increase. And a meatball only sells for 5 roses. The store also offers free radish and gray bone soup. Let you drink all you can. Boss Luasai. Insist on using rice to make dough. Meat is optional. Exclusive secret recipe for meat preparation. Traditional steamed flavor. Drizzle with homemade sauce. The taste is Q-bomb and solid. There was once a customer who ate 30 pieces. Still unfinished. Luasai has lived a hard life since he was a child, married at the age of 15 and had a child at the age of 16. She said as long as life goes by, the price of her 5 yuan meatballs will not increase. How many do you want to eat? 5 yuan each. Cheap, really cheap. Almost every day. Taste good. Because of its meat. It tastes neither greasy nor astringent. It tastes good. It's very affordable, very copper plate price. Come on Saturday and Sunday. They all have a long queue. Cheap and delicious. How many do you eat? I have 8 and sometimes 10. The leather is very soft and Q. The stuffing is also very fragrant. How much do you eat like this? About 70 roses. About 70 yuan. One is 5 yuan. You heard me right. Meatball shop where gourmets report every day. A 5 yuan. Since its opening in 1976. No price increase. Handmade with thin skin and rich filling. This is located in Fengshan, Kaohsiung. 5 yuan meatball shop. Even big bone broth is free to drink. Drink as much as you want. Open at 4:30 in the morning to 3:30 p.m. Steamer full. A plump and tender meatball. Coming out steaming hot. The aroma comes straight. Many urbanites may not be asleep. Nearly 70-year-old proprietress Luasai. But always get up earlier than others. Busy at the store. I'm getting up almost before 3 o'clock. I'll be up at 2 o'clock. Tired, but there is work to do. People say to live to be old. We started. Just steam 2 baskets first, right, and then one after another. At dawn, there are more guests waiting. Just steam a little more. The first cage of meatballs will be steamed first, the next work begins, to boil water. Rice washing and grinding. Because Luay cut the meatballs are freshly made every day. We just use the ancient. It is to be used in limey. Now all the modern ones use that powder. Wait a minute, the water inside will boil. To go in, we used to use that cauldron. When the cauldron is, you have to stir there alone, right? Then there is this machine. I will buy this machine. Stir rice milk. Although human labor is replaced by machines, but it also takes time. Pay attention to the side. Such a traditional way of making meatballs. Already rare. The meat stuffing is also insisting on using the best part of the meat. Add white oil to increase taste. Stir in some seasoning with shallots. The cost of ingredients is not sloppy. The price of 5 yuan meatballs has never risen. How is this business going? Previously 45 yuan per caddy. When Shangru was in 1976. 45 yuan per caddy in 1976. It has been rising until now it is 120 yuan. It's hard to make money outside. We're trying to say it's okay and it's a tie. It's good to have a good time. Someone grew up eating. Now married again. Bring mom to eat again. Tell me if you come together. Boss, I have 3 generations living under the same roof. I said don't talk for so long. I've been old for so long. This sauce is cooked by yourself. Right? Come by yourself. Really right. 365 days no matter. Vegetables are expensive or cheap. It's all right as a soup base. Enlarged bone pear and large bone. How much is the soup? No, that is. Only they have money to buy fishball soup. If clear soup has no money. Free big bone broth. I cook a pot every day. Drink as much as you want. Mixed fish balls. A bowl does not exceed 35 yuan. In an era of high prices. Simply incredible. Even working in the dark. On Luasai. Feel full of energy. The process of small meatballs. So complicated. When the first cage of meatballs is cooked. Finally understand its charm. Small and exquisite appearance, full filling, with homemade boiled soy sauce. With our exclusive ketchup or chili. The taste is quite layered. Probably around this time to buy. It's 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning. Yes, because we have to go to work in the morning. You come every day. Come every day, report every morning. You just eat it for breakfast. Yes. The taste is QQ. It's full of fillings. Opens at 4:03 a.m. Open from 4:30 a.m. until it gets light. Guests having breakfast are dispatched one after another. Many people come to eat a few pills before going to work. There are also many takeaways. Morning in southern Taiwan. Simple taste, bud habits. From small meatballs. Start a day. I want a 15-piece and a 10-piece. How many do you want? I want 2 10-pieces and 1 5-pieces. Okay, thank you. This kind of cage by cage is also very fast. Don't necessarily look at the guests. Busy when busy. That's the way of doing business. Sometimes it's cold for you to cool down there. Busy when busy. Luo Kai's meatballs. Customers almost become customers. The elderly, adults, and children love to eat. In addition to the real price of Buddha's heart. The skill of hand wrapping is also the key to delicious food. Did you go to school? How can there be no apprenticeship? No secret. Just study hard. 76 years later to do the marquee, just to make it so small. A bite of meatball. Yes, $5. That's 5 yuan is fixed. The skin should not be too thin. If it is too thin, the meat will burst out. Not too thick. Too thick, the customer said. I haven't seen meat like this. What if the guest said? Let's say yes. You said how many pills the guests can eat at a time. 30 pieces. At least we girls. 6 PCS, 8 PCS, 10 PCS. Sometimes 15 for men. Luosai has his own persistence in doing business. Think of the suffering in the world. To lose is to take advantage, don't worry too much. Because of her growing up. Also had a hard time. My hometown is Madu, Tainan. 9 children in the family. The economic conditions were extremely bad at the time. It's pitiful like we were when we were young. When we are in our hometown. It's that little patu, Madu's Xiapatu. We are farmers. Farming if there is no harvest. We have nothing to eat. Eat sweet potatoes, go to school for lunch. But we kids don't know how to say noon. At noon. You will be hot at noon now. It stinks when you eat it. Both siblings drink only tap water. So now you young kids. Not so pitiful. No money, no food, only drinking tap water. I will cry. At that time, it's in the 2nd grade elementary school, still in 3rd grade. If people like you. Dad said that if you can't afford it, you can marry someone who wants you. So I got married when I was 15. I don't know, I can't help it. People are going to marry you off. Marry if you want, we have to accept our fate. In my childhood impression. Not even a good meal. In the patriarchal age. Forced early marriage. Luosai gave birth at the age of 16. However, at the beginning of marriage, my husband's job was unstable. Luo dismissed the child. I also took on some sweater work. Save money slowly. Poor life. The family can't even afford meat. When my daughter was 3 years old, she didn't give birth to her brother. Once her father said, "Tell me to go to the vegetable market to buy 2 caddies of sausage." I lead my daughter outside the market. My daughter ate it up. How pitiful you look. Raw is not cooked. That is, none of us have money to buy meat. The boss said, "I'll give you this." So I will always remember. Childhood was poor, married for children. Luosai decided to leave his hometown. Come to Kaohsiung Fengshan to work hard. My daughter is 4. Wandering from Madu. To be homeless is to have no house. I hold a child in a suitcase. My husband also has a suitcase. To make meatballs is to say, it's okay if we can make some money. It would be nice if you could eat and earn a little wages. Because relatives have experience in making bulkwai snacks. Luosai followed suit and learned how to make meatballs, slowly improve the taste. Nearly 40 years ago, a meatball costs 5 yuan. At that time, raw materials were cheap and business was easy to do. The life of the family is gradually improving. It's just that in Luazai's heart, he still insists on. As long as get by, her meatballs won't go up in price. We are bitter people. Bitter people, so can't say. For our profit. How much do I want to earn? I just don't want. How many do you want to pack? Bring you chopsticks. Okay, thank you. You never heard that if you were older, just do it to be healthy. Now the customer asks why you don't retire. I said you're going to retire. I have to do it to be healthy. My persistence is to do it with my heart. We work hard. Don't say what others say. You can buy wherever is cheap. I won't. Live 100 years and be 100 years old. Because you can feel the pain. Luazai wraps the heart into the meatball. Give back to customers with love. A taste that you can't get tired of every day. Is the best taste. Have you ever eaten egg-filled scallion pancakes? The scallion pancakes in Shinshu are very special. It is egg liquid, directly into the crust. This unique approach attracted many customers. But these pie crusts, in fact, there is the boss Chen Demon's two predecessors. A story of love for him. Do you want to add chili to the omelette? Here comes a leek box. Whose is the one without eggs? Located near Tsinghua University in Shinshu, roadside stall selling scallion pancakes, open every day. There is a crowd of people queuing up. Long queue every time. I went there last time. Yes, it's exaggerated. It's so delicious. I bought it many times. Often come to buy a pair. Bought it a few minutes ago. Right now it's not enough to eat and I'll come back to buy it. What kind of charm? Attract customers to come again and again. It turns out that the scallion pancakes here are very special. The sale is unique in Taiwan. Egg-filled scallion pancake. Our thin slice of pie. So thin. A thin cake. I punched a hole in the middle. And pour this egg in. The egg smell cannot escape. Beaten egg. Pour directly into pie crust. Novel way of eating. No wonder it attracts many customers. Dry baked. Less greasy. Crispy outside and soft inside scallion pancakes. Scallion mixed with egg. Taste very refreshing. Delicious and not greasy, like our traditional. Looks like it was fried. So it's oily to hold. It won't. In front of the stall, attractive egg and scallion flavor. Tightly hold the footsteps of the guests. Topped with chives. Leek box with winter noodles. The taste is even better. The taste is even better. It is full of stuffing and it can be seen that the ingredients are real. Bite down the crust and chewy. Dip in special chili sauce. More right. Chili is delicious. I made it myself. If you are addicted, come here to get the antidote. Its chili is unique. I like its spicy taste. And its leeks are also very real. I like its leek box. It's like taking morphine. Must come to eat or not. Because you can't buy anything like this outside. In fact, there are. It's just the smell of Mr. Onion sweat. No morphine. Be confident in your products. Wearing a red vest. With a white beard. He is Chen Demon, the owner of the Scallion Pancake shop. Uncle Onion. The speech is friendly and humorous. The speech is friendly and humorous. Always make the guests laugh. A little pepper and salt, okay? Okay, add a little money, okay? Add a little money, okay? It's good to add money. He's so funny. Because I have bought several times. I really like his personality. I really like his personality. Really awesome. Thank you for the tip. I know you are good to me. Chen's unique humor amused the guests. Chen Demon has been making cakes for 30 years. Something to hold on to. He never compromises. Like every pie, he must be handmade. Even if it costs more than others. Twice the time and effort. Also determined not to give in. You see mine. You eat my products. What is produced? 99.9%. Are all handmade. So I'm time consuming. About 9 to 10 hours. Not only that. Just kneading dough, rolling skin and dough every day. It takes 7 or 8 hours. Ask Chen Demon why he is so tired. He said it was a technique he learned from his mother. Nothing can change. Don't look at these dozens. But you just roll it up. An hour. My mother confessed. You want to come out into this business. You just come one by one, step by step. You didn't catch up. I tell you. You will be out tomorrow. Chin Demon was originally a professional soldier. After retiring from the Marines, can't find a job without a skill. Became a taxi driver. The future of the construction industry is very good. Chin Demon went to work in the gravel transportation industry. Earn millions every month. Once got rich by driving gravel trucks. But times don't last forever. Sudden and vicious bankruptcy of the owner let him bear tens of millions of debts. Nothing overnight. 60 to 70 million. It's only 2.5 months. I lost all my savings. Who will help you? No one to help you, don't worry. You borrow money from the bank. He also wants to scrape your flesh and drink your blood. When there is no money, only then can I feel the warmth of human feelings. After the bleakest dark period of 8 lives. It was his mother's Scallion Pancake business that saved him. My mother gave me 80,000 roses. She said the 80,000 roses. It's time for you to turn over. Just let you turn over. You follow my rules. Follow my steps. Guarantee that your gold and silver are all yours. I fell hard on the road of life. Since there is no money, just try to earn it with your own hands. Chin Demon took the 80,000 roses given by his mother, take it to buy a minivan, starting over with a small business. Just getting started, failed to win the favor of customers in the early stage. When we first came out to do business, to be honest, I'm out for business on the first day, doing business at roadside stalls. I just sold a leek box. Only sold for 25 roses. Waited 4 or 5 hours for 25 guilds. Do it every day no matter how tired you are, sleep 2 or 3 hours a day, do the same thing and work. Just starting a business not only did not pick up, trouble ensues. First wife. At this time, there is bad news. While doing business by the side of the road, me and my wife do. One day she is sudden convulsions. That sweat bead. Sweat beads are so big. Bone marrow. Once the bone marrow is drawn out. After the test, the doctor, told me, this is acute lymphoblastic leukemia. Blood cancer. Hearing the news of his wife's cancer, Chin Demon couldn't accept it at first, but he has no choice. Can only face. Every day at the hospital Scallion Pancake stand, traveling between 2 places, having to take care of 2 young children. Day after day he was overwhelmed. So hired Tang Shanchi from the Philippines. Share housework for him. Just didn't expect this. Unrelated domestic helper. But willing to be in his most difficult time. Rescue. Even help with medical expenses. I don't know when to pay her. I'll take the 10 and 50 roses. I'll take the 10 roses and $50 to pay her salary. I do not have money. She is paid in coins. I don't have paper money to pay her salary. She said something to me. She said, boss, just give me 5,000 yuan. I know you are miserable. Just give me 5,000 yuan. I sent it back to the Philippines for home use. Take the rest of the money to my wife. She calls my wife Miss Lin. She said to buy medicine for Miss Lin. Tang Shanchi's unrequited devotion. Let tough guy Chin Demon. Whenever I recall this past, I can't help but shed tears. She spends her hard-earned money. Didn't send it home to help me. Help me support my family. Help my wife pay her medical bills. I meet a lot of women. Nothing like her. I have many girlfriends. But not like her. Never met anyone like her. So good to me. Good for my family. Give everything. Not asking for anything in return. Nobody like this. Talking and talking with red eyes. Choked up. I have endless thanks to Tang Shanchi. In order to repay her, Chin Demon decided to marry Tang Shanchi. This decision. It is also the last wish of the cancer terminal wife. She is also very open. She agreed to marry me. An ordinary wife who would agree with you. Tend to see if you can find 2. It's all true and unspoken. What words to describe? It's not as good as our actions. To repay her, the most important. When his wife died. It was he who asked me if I wanted to marry him. That is what I have considered. You have thought about it, right? Think about it. It's just that I think this person is very good. It's okay if I work hard. Because you are going to marry someone. Rich man's. Then it's not happy. Not the same, is it? Same divorce. But it doesn't make sense. 3 scallion pancakes. Do you want more spicy? What would you like? Can I order half a sheet? If you don't buy a half sheet, it's the whole sheet. Do you want to add eggs? Give me candy. I must find a way to keep you full. You take care of my family. I also take care of your home. Take care of you and take care of your home. After the death of the first wife, Chen Demon married Tang Shanqi. Take the ex-wife. The remaining 60,000 yuan in hand money. Ding Xiao's new storefront on Jianqing Road. Restart. Money debts are easy to pay off. Debt of favor. I owe them my life. I can never finish. Do my best. Make a last effort. I have to do it. A piece of delicious scallion pancake. Bears the mother. 2 wives. Full of love for him. Chen Demon is grateful and down to earth. My whole life. Live a colorful life. Although very hard. But it's worth living. There is a chicken chop in Taoyuan that is super eye-catching. Google rating is approaching 5 stars. Generous amount of chicken fillet. Even the taste is different from others. Popular number 1 big chicken Buddha chicken chop. Just the appearance makes him dumbfounded. And 3-star green onion 1000 shellfish chicken chop. Pear shallots and seafood just right. Everything is welcome. The big boss Chen Huihong is doing business. As big as his body. All ingredients also stick. Natural and fresh. Although he was in middle school. Ever lost myself. Gave up studies. But found achievements in chicken chops. There are no other materials in it. You see, it is so big. Really big. It's really a bursting feeling. Really awesome. Has anyone ever eaten chicken Buddha? Super special. Very pleasantly surprised. The reason it's delicious is because it's softer than outside. Yes, it won't be as oily as it says on the outside. I waited an hour before. So long, right? But still have to eat right. You can eat chicken chops everywhere in Taiwan. And this fried food stand is very special. It looks like a Buddha wrapped in a big chicken. Indomitable chicken chop. Only in this Zhongli. Salted crispy chicken shop can eat. It is quite eye-catching when it is launched. Big boss Chen Huihong. Known for its variety of stuffed chicken cutlets. And he treats chicken chops like a treasure bag. Stuff any good stuff in there. Several flavors. 230 types. Because I always have winter and summer, different tastes look like this. I wouldn't say it's sold all year round. Same taste. Like the stuffing we put on our guests. We are all stuffed. Give guests like this. Crispy golden fried chicken. The stuffing inside is super special. The boss Chen Huihong is not soft on materials. A plump chicken Buddha. Special taste attracts early adopters. Hidden version of Samsung scallion chicken chop. It is a must-try taste. Shrimp with thousands of shells and 3-star chopped green onion. The delicious taste is unforgettable. And this flamboyant. Manteco cheese chicken chop. Crazy drawing. Plenty of cheese pouring down like lava. Savory flavor with juicy meat. Super surprising. That manteco is a lot. Then great. I think it's amazing when I eat it for the first time. Nice and delicious. Hello, you can take a look. The taste of chicken chops is on top of the head. You can order what you want. Number 6 here. Less than noon. The guests are flashing one after another. Busy in and out. Near Zhongli Industrial Area. Salted crispy chicken and creative chicken chop. 8 years. Let the guests come to report every 3 days. In addition to enough chicken chops, there are many things that cannot be eaten outside. Unique masterpiece. I just saw that fat intestine. This dish is one of the must-orders in our house. Must-order signs. It's rarely seen outside, right? Because few people do. Fat intestines made by hand. That's like this, and rarely this. This goose egg and I will goose meat and chicken chops. Run out together like this. So it's fried whole? Yes, chicken chops are our strong point. I think I still like it. If you order 3, I will fry 3. Come out like this. To maintain quality, everything has to be fried to order. Wife Li Qin is in charge of deep fried dishes. Is my most capable assistant. Chen Huihong is responsible for backstage supplies. 2 people have a tacit understanding 100%. Heat sesame oil first. Then put ginger slices to sauté. Specially selected chicken Buddha. Sprinkle with unique Chinese medicine powder. When it is fried, its aroma, just different from the usual. Then we have rice wine. We'll definitely add enough, because I am afraid that the chicken will stick to the bottom of the pot. Now we'll bring the fire to a boil. Big chicken Buddhas jumping between spatulas. The shy delicacy becomes a little cute. No matter how good the business, Chen Huihong still insists on doing it by himself. Do not pretend to others. All are handmade. No machinery can replace it. Including our choice of meat is the same. Our study of the goose chicken chop. Goose from the new house. The characteristics of the new house here. Even if you eat goose, it must be served with basil. Newly launched goose chicken chop. It is also a local favorite, in addition to fulfilling. Chen Huihong's chicken chop. They will use special crispy powder to coat the chicken. With unique sealing technology. Don't be afraid to smile when frying in the pan. Freshly baked stuffed chicken chop. 1 bite is super enjoyable. 1 bite is super enjoyable. In addition, it looks like after frying the fat intestines by hand. Crispy and delicious. The rice grains and the glutinous rice sausage are soft and tender. You can still eat the fried, burnt aroma. There are some things that can't be eaten outside. Like sesame glutinous rice balls. Soiled goose egg, Thai egg tofu. Chen Huihong's crispy salted chicken stall. Completely subverted the traditional impression. Baby daughter is a couple. Source of inspiration for developing new flavors. In addition, they also insist that in addition to selling ideas, let the guests eat at ease. That is, we insist on using the meat we dare to eat. Warm body chicken meat comes and goes for sale to customers. Look at its shape and the color of its flesh. Like this bone. Like everyone going to the market to see, can see, what kind of meat is this? Strictly check the source of ingredients. This is the first step. In addition to judging the quality of meat by touch. The pickled sauce is also not sloppy. They all use fresh pineapple juice. Without any artificial additives. Look at our pineapples are very beautiful. It's very fresh, right? This is our exclusive process of ester staining. Explain to us carefully. Every process. Chen Huihong, who spoke a little shyly. Tattoos on both hands and feet. In fact, he has a ridiculous past. You graduated from elementary school. Did you study in elementary school? I have read it for 3 years without graduating. It's just bad manners. Friend, racing. I ended up standing by myself. I stood by and was chopped down. The head is all stitched here. The one next to it. That's dangerous, almost to the temple. Right to the temple. Chen Huihong, whose parents divorced since childhood. Lost myself in middle school. Fight and make trouble. Until my father's serious illness. Changed him completely. My dad needs someone to take care of. Because my dad sometimes sleeps at night. Can't breathe. He used to smoke too much when he was young. Perforated lung. Only one father, no matter what. I have to take the last step even if I carry him on my back. Son, after getting married, slowly. Mood changed. The most important thing to cook and eat is to rely on your conscience. Parents in the world. Dad's advice. Chen Huihong will keep it in his heart and dare not forget. Once violent. Gentle because of family love. What do you want? Manteco, chicken chop. Is Manteco still alive? I feel life now. Just earned 10 yuan, 20 yuan and 5 yuan. I feel very happy. Every morning my daughter goes to class. I will come to work. Can see my dad. My daughter is leaving class again. We'll close the booth and go home. Do everything with a smile. Do everything with a smile. The face has changed too. The face has changed too. It changed for me too. I noticed my earlobes got bigger. I sometimes look at myself and feel. I look like Maitreya Buddha. Imperfection. Chen Huihong has no resentment in his heart. Through absurd years. Now he is in creative chicken chops. Find achievement. Also includes love for family. Hsinchu City God Temple. There is a century-old snack. The proprietress Su Mei-ching got married at the age of 20. Just follow my mother-in-law to learn how to fry rice noodles and make meat soup. Do it for 40 years. The in-laws family is from the time of Azu. In the first 10 years of the Republic of China, stalls began. Exclusive cooking powder and then mixed with mincemeat. It tastes like cube bomb and salty fragrance. Hand-kneaded large chunks of puffed fish cakes. And the freshly fried meringue is golden and attractive. Spread over squid broth. The color is super eye-catching. The guest is often a stack of rice noodles, plus a bowl of soup. 100 yuan can be found. Eat cheap and big bowl. I often eat here. Yes, when there is a business trip. I'll come here to eat. Why do you like to eat your rice noodles? Very cute. Rice noodles are elastic. Soy sauce with a little garlic. Cheap, big bowl, and delicious. Regardless of gender. Snacks loved by all gourmets. Right in Hsinchu City God Temple. Fried rice noodles with cube bombs. The meat is dry, salty, and not greasy. The signature mixed soup is light and refreshing. Exclusive fish, crisp meringue super eye-catching. This is a must-eat delicacy when you come to Qinhuang Temple. Hundreds of years. The fourth-generation proprietress, Su Mei-ching, is busy in front of the booth. Put rice noodles in one hand and scoop the soup in the other. Even after 40 years, she still dare not slacken. Because this is from the first 10 years of the Republic of China. The family handicraft started by Azu. It can almost be said to be a national treasure snack. A meatball and a soup. So I need one more rice noodles, right? Rice noodles as full as a hill. Steaming and fragrant. A stack of rice noodles and a bowl of soup can be found for 100 yuan. CP value is super high. Always full at meal times. Look at my gestures, am I right now? Almost like this. Just pull it up. Just use bean sprouts. Then garlic soy sauce. Does this have holes? This is to pull out that steam. And pull that scent. I didn't use broth just now. So steaming it tastes better. Just have a special smell. We have to spin. Just because it's hot down there. Then it's cold. Then pull out the hot. Then pull it back when it's cold. In the past, when Azu. Is it also in front of the temple? Also at this booth. My grandpa started. They think Hsinchu is rice noodles. Representative rice noodles. So we want the spirit of rice noodles. Must bring out right. Now many stalls. Let everyone go there. Speaking of which, the Windy City has it all. Zhujiangfang dried rice noodles. Su Mei-ching. From small to large. The husband's family started from the time of Azu. Selling fried rice noodles with a cart at the entrance of Qinhuang Temple. Su Mei-ching married at the age of 20. Life after marriage is to learn how to make fried rice noodles. Just started. Grandpa said it was because Hsinchu was very windy. Then the rice noodles are really delicious. No publicity. For my grandpa, just pick it up and say, such delicious rice noodles in Hsinchu. How can it be like this? Nobody knows. Later my grandfather started selling rice noodles. There are two types of Hsinchu rice noodles. A kind of cooking powder. Did you know it's steamed? Then that one is fried more. That's rice noodles. We cook. You just have to cook. But when you steam again, it is elastic. Some are elastic and some are not. Not elastic but rotten and brittle. This will not work. You feel how crunchy it is. That's wrong. To catch right. Boil the rice noodles and remove. Then quickly stir in the sauce. Su Mei-ching said that it was called rice noodles in the early days. Feel with hands. The softness and hardness of the rice noodles on the cooking table. Then quickly stir in the sauce. I'm already familiar with it. The kung fu of mixing rice noodles has also changed from daughter-in-law to mother-in-law. Mixing is also a technique. Real. Every day. Practice makes perfect. You feel that way. I used to burn my whole hand to death. And it's heavy. The whole plate like this. You see, I used to have a big belly. Do the same. This is delicious today. This Q degree. Mix the rice noodles every day before opening. Continue to supply to Miaoko front desk. And the soul of rice noodles. It's the dried meat that drenched on the top. This pot of meat is fragrant. Also need to get up early in the morning to deal with it. Fried and then boiled. This 3-layered meat. We have to fry till it's kind of golden. So. That's about it. So is its oil, already forced out. The minced meat is seasoned with several flavors. Others are dazzled. Su Mei-ching had already written down the notes. Keep it in mind. After all, there are more than 14,000 days in 40 years. Grease soup has become a daily life. I think before. I have to get up at 5 a.m. Then prepare the water. Then I will come to Chunhuang Temple to set up a stall. Then go back and prepare the goods. I think it's a little harder. Because we are looking after the shop, can't go to the toilet. And then I got diabetes. You lost 40 years of your youth there. Sometimes think about it. A bit sour. With the foundation laid by the previous generation, Su Meiqing started from taking over. Business has been good, relative to sacrifice a lot of time. Others are on vacation. It's the busiest time for their family. Fish soup. Pinch fish soup. We must do it ourselves. Very few people do this anymore. But selling this is really laborious. Squid soup is really very labor-intensive. Look at meringue and fish cakes are all made by hand. Fish soup is also made by hand. Squid is also cut by hand. So actually, but our fish soup sells well. Fish crisp meringue in signature squid broth. It has a history of hundreds of years. Fish paste made with fresh fish every day. Handmade fish cakes are rarely seen outside. The puffy appearance is very pleasing from the appearance. You have to keep stirring. Otherwise, the bottom will be black and the top will be white. I feel very fragrant when I smell it. Yes, every time a guest will stand there watching. Really? Many customers say it makes soup delicious. Yes, I like to eat this. You also love to eat. I also eat every day. Round and plump fish cakes. Slow frying by hand in a large pot. It tastes crispy and dense. Flipping seems simple. Half an hour is also a test of physical strength. For perfect color. I can't leave the fire for a moment. Appearance is also important. Of course, sometimes guests say, "How did you blow up so ugly?" Because sometimes when fish paste hits. Sometimes not necessarily. Like rice noodles. Rice noodles actually depend on the weather to eat. We used to be poor. Get up at 5 o'clock and put water on these 3 stoves. Go to Chunhuang Temple to change the water and put it away. Come back and get ready. Hurry up to the temple entrance. Then come back and prepare the goods. Over the past 40 years, shuttle between the temple entrance and the back court. Simple centennial snacks. See a woman, respect and cherish the ingredients. The beauty of frying fish paste. Full of rice noodles. You need to have fun in it so that you don't say it's hard work. Su Meiqing has always been interested in zhuge. Create beauty in the details. Like meringue in squid gravy. Bright yellow. It's also handmade. Now there are not many meringues fried by themselves. Very little. Not enough fire will stick together. This is what's in the soup. One of those things. Just sprinkle it on top. Then the guest didn't. If you forget to give the guest, they say skip the meringue. That soul is gone. This is really laborious. So customers want to buy. I really say, please buy a little. I'm really begging him. Buy, you just eat it before you buy it. Delicious. The crunchy one. Taste very layered. Meringue pear. We'll come here often and it's cheap. Fish cakes and meringues, different from our Taipei. How does it taste good? I love so much. This bowl of squid soup. Raw squid with firm meat soup and springy teeth. The fish cakes are full of soup, dense and delicious. Filled with yellow meringue. And green celery. Miaoko snacks have been eaten for 100 years. This old taste is loved even by young people. Its meat, meatballs, will not be dry and hard. And this skin. I think this skin is full of Q. Yes, delicious. In addition to rice noodle soup is the treasure of the town shop. Shincha meatballs are also a must-eat focus. Skin Q red bad meat stuffing is fragrant. And homemade big tribute balls. One bite is very satisfying. The life of cooking oil soup. Often turn around. I feel like time flies. After mother-in-law passed away, it has been more than 20 years since Su Meiqing took over, often recalled in front of the booth. The hard-working spirit of the previous generation. She, mother-in-law, wants to say that she received the past like this. Such a good thing. Of course we don't need her to tell me. We will do it ourselves. That small part is what I would. Just a little change. Yes, she taught me more. Originally, my husband and I retired together. But I can't seem to stay. Just take 3 or 4 days and I'll retire. Then don't know what to do. I'm sick all over my body. I ran out again. Over 60 years old. Can retire. There is also a daughter to take over. But Su Meiqing didn't want to give up. Her favorite fried rice noodles. Doing business is no longer just for food and clothing. Day after day. Satisfied without feeling bored. After 40 years. Met a lot of good friends. Then those who come will chat with me. Deepest feelings. Fried it with great care for me, rice noodles. Look at me every day, you look at that, so hot. I use it so hard every day. Then I think I put it. Fried, so delicious. Is my proudest place. The charm of Taiwanese Miako snacks, delicious with a bit of history, a plate of rice noodles and a bowl of soup. A century-old story of a family. Su Meiqing pays attention to the details. Just for a good taste. Speaking of pot roast pasta, you can eat it everywhere in Taiwan. But did you know? Taiwan's earliest pot-fired pasta. How was born? In fact, from this one in Tainan. Already sold for a year. Pot roast shop started. The first generation Li Zhuangfangxi grandma. Originally, they sold fried oysters on the side of the road. Later, I learned how to make pot yaki noodles from the Japanese. A mellow dashi stock made with bonito. +2 freshly fried shrimp and fish tempura. Then add the pasta. There are also eggs and vegetables cooked together. Good taste has become a popular snack in Taiwan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 pots lined up. The fire below boils a bowl of bowls. Sold for a year. Authentic Tainan pot roast pasta. Rice noodles. Rice noodles at 18, thanks, Miss Chen's. Here I feed her a shrimp. In front of the stove. Busy as if you have 3 heads and 6 arms. It's the proprietress Qin Jingwen. Daikong married into the Li family. Just follow my mother-in-law Li Zhuangfeng. Sell pot burnt pasta. Real pot roast pasta. Is very tired. But I see you move fast too. Regressed. How many pots can you take care of at your best? My record. I used to do 100 an hour. Do the math. On average, 1.6 bowls are cooked in 1 minute. What's great about their pot-fired pasta? It is different from the general store in the market. Bonito stock is used. With special pasta. There are 2 big pieces that are freshly made every day. Shrimp and fish tempura. Egg greens. Cook over high heat. All the goodness in one pot. Let the guests can't extricate themselves. 30 years should have. It should be more than 30 years. The taste hasn't changed. Unchanged. Should be 10 years ago. Friends in Tainan district. Introduce me to this family. I have been. Will bring friends to eat. This is all done by the boss herself. This piece is the most beautiful. This is the best piece. Then the soup. Let's think about the past. Actually, seriously, pot roasted pasta is now everywhere in Taiwan. Why is their home the founding store? This has to start with the grandma of the Li family. Back then, it was at a roadside stall. Selling oysters and salted cakes. The Japanese master just happened to be going back. Just my mother-in-law. It's a family problem. He said, then you will sell. Only in that arcade. Then he said. Then you can sell your noodles. Teach her to pot burn big noodles. Bird dragon noodles. Old photos from yesteryear can see grandma at that time, already selling bonito dashi, boiled pot burned big noodles. And at the time, I already have these 2 pieces. Super charming fried shrimp and fish tempura. The fried fish is fresh swordfish. Coat with batter and fry. Taught by mother-in-law. First generation taught. She taught me nothing wrong. But then the flour. Natural problems. So I always add eggs in it. What baking soda to substitute for eggs? Those, entry additions. Formula improved by Qin Jingwen. This freshly fried swordfish tempura. Delicious. Every bite can be eaten. The freshness of the fish and the aroma of the eggs are very mouth-watering. Taste from snacks to big. I will be scolded for eating. The guests don't have to eat. I ate it all. Other than sailfish tempura. Another fried shrimp tempura. I used to use grilled shrimp. But in recent years, the number of fire shrimp has dropped sharply. Finally, choose a heavy Taiwan non-toxic shrimp. It is also farmed. But it tastes like non-toxic shrimp. The sweetness taste is different. Fish and shrimp are not seasoned. No seasoning. It is to let the guests eat its freshness. That's right. Huge non-toxic white shrimp. Coated with batter and deep fried. Shrimp shaped by golden batter. Only the bright red tail exposed. A shrimp. It's like eating the soul rejuvenation pill. Roam freely in the frying pan. It must be fried through. Put it in a skillet and cook the pasta. In order to taste the good taste of real kung fu. That's it, tempura, soft, just right. Full of shrimp flavor. It is a characteristic of the whole Tainan. All in this bowl. It has a layer of that powder on the outside. then the powdery, then in the soup. And its smell ran into the soup, so there is that fish taste in the soup. So it tastes fresh. Come to serve. Delicious panyaki noodles are very popular, but will sell later. Taiwan's first bowl of hot pot pasta. It's actually an unintentional coincidence. Next door is selling il pasta. Arasang eat dim sum. I can't say I don't want to eat big noodles. Eating big noodles every day. Just go next door and buy pasta to cook. Unintentionally plant willow into shade. That's how it came. But their pasta itself, not the same as il pasta. I have to ask someone else to prepare the recipe. I like to eat its noodles. That taste. Do you say pasta? You rot after soaking in water. That taste bad, but it will taste chewy. Like me, we just love the taste of it. Takeaway and noodles are ready. Come to serve. Cook. Li Jida style of cooking pasta in a cooking pot. In fact, I won't lose to my mother at all, but he said he lost a little. Is memory stronger than mom? Can't compare with mom. Even when I was the strongest. Compared with mother, not even close. Except in the branch opened by oneself. Responsibility beyond the pot burning pasta. He also sells seafood porridge. The Taiwanese curry rice, proud of grandma. He every morning. Just busy cutting up potatoes and red radishes. And in order to have delicious curry. Like other people use chicken breast. He uses chicken thighs. I will also fry it with curry first. It's delicious. Eat bad food by myself. I will be angry. You'll be mad. I said how do you? I just want to say. So badly cooked. I will really grab. Relatively. What to eat? If I eat something bad. How did you cook it? I think it's delicious. First point. Not like Japanese curry. That sweet taste. It's a little spicy, so it's still full of rice. Delicious grandma's curry rice. With grandma's signature pot roast pasta. Let this shop. Full of strong Tainan ancient flavor. Qin Jingguan as daughter-in-law. A lifetime of hard work at home. Now the son is also taking over the inheritance. Let Li Juanda be my husband. Full of thanks. Just passed down from my mother. This is the good daughter-in-law. Really worked hard for her. Can make our family business. Able to flourish. The world is delicious. Braised pork rice in Dadoqing, Taipei. From a small stall to a storefront. Good taste passed down for 3 generations. Not only capture the taste buds of gourmets, also once boarded the Double 10 state banquet food. Braised pork rice in the shop, eat in mouth, salty marinade, pair with fat but not greasy pork cubes. Greasy aroma and sticky gum. Plus a half-boiled poached egg. It's mouth-watering. It's not open yet. Delivery order. Already made sure Jiahong and his wife. Very busy. There are many gourmets. Just have to taste. This lingering good taste. The characteristics of the leg library are. It's marinated and full of flavor. Then it's elastic. Actually altogether, it tastes better. More distinctive words are, for example. Like his stewed pork rice with a soft-boiled egg. Yolk juice. Pour over the rice. There is some food. Some of the sweetness of the egg yolk which compares. I think it's a rather unique place. And it's braised pig's feet. It's also the skin cue and the meat is tender. It's also very tasty. Capable of conquering the taste buds of gourmets. It's not easy, although it is a civilian snack. Sure Jiahong for details. Still quite demanding. The pre-process of braised pork rice. I don't even buy pre-made red onion crisps. He insists on frying fresh every day. Choose fat-rich oil jelly. Crispy minced pork with red onion and garlic. Stir fry. It must be marinated until it is colored and tasty. The process is quite labor-intensive. This kind of thing is almost always with a small fire. Just wait for it to roll, but at this, wait a minute, the fire is bigger. Just be sure to stir it up. Otherwise, I'm afraid the bottom of it will burn. It's useless to burn the pot below. Braised pork is amber in color, oily and crystal clear, shining like jewels. Braised pork exudes bursts of attractive marinade fragrance. It looks more attractive when poured over rice. Braised pork that melts in your mouth. The rice at the bottom is fragrant and full of sauce. It also won the honor of braised pork rice at the state banquet. Just in 2019. Everyone is talking about braised pork rice. Halfway through the business, someone came to look for me. Is going to the state banquet. I just want to say yes. Anyway, my grades in school were so bad. This life can follow. It would be nice to have a photo with the president at the state banquet. Shi Jiahong said with a smile that he never liked reading. He never thought. Can be on stage one day. Opportunity for recognition. Used to be at school. Is a problem student in the eyes of the teacher. Studied auto mechanics. I wanted to learn a skill. But I found out it wasn't my interest. He was only 30 years old that year. Because I am interested in cooking. Decided to go north to work as an apprentice in a Western restaurant. This day is 10 years. But I found Western food. If you want to start a business, difficulty is a bit high. And the amount of capital may also be high. And my grandpa used to make braised pork rice. It was he who passed it on to my uncle. But my uncle was later. He retired. In this regard, if you want to start a business, you will. Entry barriers will be better. Shi Jiahong thought of his grandfather in Datong district in his early years. The business of setting up a stall selling braised pork rice and controlling pork rice. And this old-fashioned taste is also the result of my grandfather. The most irresistible taste. About a few hours before he, grandfather, passed away. My dad and uncle just asked him. Do you have anything to eat? My grandfather was lying on the bed. He said he wanted to eat pig feet. Just the middle section. They used to call it 4 o'clock meat. The result is that there are bought. But when you come back, my grandpa can't take it anymore. Not long after. Left in a few hours. Food is the way to find memories. Shi Jiahong 4. Don't let grandpa's good taste get lost. Decided to start a business and open a braised pork rice snack bar. It's all pig bones. Just like this every day. Such a bucket is about 8 caddies. 8 pounds of big bones go down to boil. From morning to close. Drink like us. I feel like saying, the boiled bone broth is smoother. It's smoother to drink. Like say if you add some comparison. What chemical thing? I feel like drinking. It shouldn't taste like this. Big bone broth should be boiled for at least 8 hours a day. Boil until it turns milky white. Although time-consuming, Shi Jiahong has never been lazy. Because this is the insistence passed down by grandfather. Later, he passed it on to my uncle. But my uncle is just passed away last year. Because of old age. That photo in the back. That's when he came to see me in Taipei. Because he was a bit inconvenient to move at that time. Yeah, so when he came. In fact, he said a word. I'm a little sad to hear that. He said he came to see you in Taipei this time. Maybe the last time. It's only a year after the result. Although wearing a mask. But from Shi Jiahong's tone and expression, can still feel the loneliness in his heart, because in the first few years when the store opened, bad business. Fortunately, there is uncle's guidance all the way. At first, because business must be bad. And like near us, there are also many old braised pork rice restaurants, so I was miserable. At that time I was thinking, I don't know how long I can live. Worst business ever. Just the two of us make 3,000 yuan a day. Despite this, Shi Jiahong and Fu Lu still do not give up. The very popular pork knuckles in the shop, marinated. A tender pork skin. Bring out the smooth and tender taste. Take a bite. You can feel the full gelatin swirling in the mouth. There is also this signature meat rice. Repeated stewing of aged marinade. Absorb the essence of marinade from the inside out. Lean meat can get mellow soy sauce. Sweet with pork. The fat part is oily but not greasy. Limited mid-hoof. Marinated super thoroughly. Just swipe. Immediately separate the flesh and blood, although the future is full of challenges. But as long as you keep trying, must be able to overcome difficulties. Shi Jiahong hopes, through simple and affordable food, inherit the good taste in memory. Today I want to show you a very business-minded, the story of Wang Ronghong, a master of cold noodles. He owns a communications company. Out of glasses, still a bike. Inventor of assistive devices. By chance, he met a veteran, passed on to him the secret recipe of cold noodles. He was astonished, so I sold cold noodles across the industry. Business is good enough to join. And to make sure the taste is consistent. Recently, he developed. Can these sauces? He thinks so. Unlimited business opportunities for cold noodles. It can even be sold overseas. As soon as mealtime arrives every day. Tuching, New Taipei City. This cold noodle shop in the second section of Zhongyang Road. Business boom. Curry rice pork ball soup. The guests will be so cheering, not for nothing, because Wang Ronghong, the owner of the cold noodle shop, very business philosophy, he put the exclusive, super delicious cold noodle. Make a variety of delicious dishes. Can taste in spring, summer, autumn and winter. Not the same. That's the taste. It tastes good, just eat it. I will eat again. Newest this month. So it tastes better. Thanks. What about this? Okay, thank you. Speaking of boss Wang Ronghong. He can be said to be a very business-minded. It is in the 3C communication industry. Later, because I went to wear glasses, found a good profit, so also operate ultra-low price chain glasses store, and will sell cold noodles across the industry, is a chance. This taste is in 195 years ago. When mainland veterans come to Taiwan, bring the taste. I am a mobile phone shop. 7-8 years ago. He comes to my store to consume, repair mobile phone. Just chat. Talk about this. He said he was good at making this stuff. Some well-known old shops in the East District of Taipei City. This is what he taught. Then I feel dubious. I will run. I really just ran to his house. Startled. Wow, that smells really good. Really great. So I come back. Put our storefront now. Change it in half. Learn how to make cold noodles with legendary veterans. Wang Ronghong feels like a treasure once he eats it. Because this unique sauce is amazing, tasty, delicious. Ordinary cold noodles are. Sesame flavor, peanut flavor is very strong. He for its fragrance. People say it's too boring. There are people. Don't like the taste. Yes, but it just tastes like dry noodles. It's like stepping on a void. Because you expected. Have a sesame flavor, peanut flavor. It's not at all. It's just a faint fragrance. After having this cold noodle romance, Wang Ronghong thinks, there's definitely a business opportunity in selling cold noodles. So I started selling cold noodles. After all, it was sold for 56 years. Start preparing materials at 9 o'clock in the morning every day. This face should be currently best noodles in Taiwan. Its noodles taste like. You will feel very elastic. But not too hard. It is tender, very tender. Treat it well. Make it happy and comfortable. Make it happy and comfortable. It will be delicious. After straightening the noodles, water in the cauldron behind the kitchen. Also boiled. I need to cook the noodles quickly. The water must boil. This way the noodles will be delicious. It goes down and it shrinks all over. That taste like a rubber band appeared. I saw Wang Ronghong's focused expression, with skilled movements. Cool face to him. No longer just a bowl of noodles. But a can. Long career. What used to be. The exclusive second party does not spread to outsiders. I think that concept. Really going. And I feel like saying, if you get a good formula, you just hide in the alley and sell. 50 years later, you're just another old store. Let's just make it. It's everywhere in Taiwan, right? That's why I decided to open the franchise. Because I love to eat. But I want more people to eat. A few years ago, he opened up, but also encountered a problem. Although the formula is the same. But everyone's taste. But unstable. A simple action. 40 people do it differently. Nerve-wracking. It was only later that this method was developed. We take these basic materials. Beforehand is to make a tuned up. Factory mass produced a neck. Every day we. For example, 350 grams in. After this, add 800 cc of water to this. Play for 1 minute. Original flavor. Make the sauce. Fully standardized through the factory. Breaking the traditional cold noodle shop in the past. Mode of operation. So it attracts a lot of people. Come to learn how to sell cold noodles with Wang Ronghong. Hello. Thanks for your hard work. Is it okay to cook noodles like this? Good. It looks very nice. This is spicy noodle soup. Like this partner, Ms. Zhang. Used to sell food. But see this. Canned sauce. Amaze her. Much more convenient. Now there is this canned sauce. Mr. Wang taught us. It is a fixed ratio to make a sauce. That's it. Your face today is great. Graduated. Finally graduated. Right now. Such an approach. You are also easy, right? You don't have to adjust it yourself like before. Cans are ready to use. It used to be a nightmare. A small bowl of cold noodles. 100 schools of thought contend in every corner of Taiwan. Many people think that cold noodles can only be sold in summer. However, Wang Ronghong believes that modern consumer behavior should change, so he developed make hot noodles from cold noodles. Just a little bit of the sauce. Very fragrant. These were all 50 years ago. Recipe brought by veterans from the mainland. This is our special chili oil. This just goes down. Delicious. The ultimate in noodles. There's the kind of Sichuan, authentic taste. Just like that kind of spicy pot. That feeling. Taiwan's climate spring, summer, autumn, winter. If you only sell one cold noodle. Many franchisees, they are in winter. Business is relatively poor. So our same face can make 5 flavors. Noodles can be made into cold noodles and hot dry noodles, jjajangmyeon hot soup noodles, and spicy noodles. There are 5 kinds of noodles.